No, he does plumbing. He's like their bitch. He does electrical.
He was a plumber at a law firm?
Does this woman realize she's admitting to the world she's willing to prostitute for a burrito? What kind of tests do these men need to do when they're done with this harlot?
Yeah.
I don't know what the question is.
Like, do you make them take like an SAT test or like LSAT?
We have conversations just like anybody else.
I don't know. Like okay. I don't know. This one, Maddie?
So in other words, rather than working on and saving her marriage, she decided to go from loyal wife to single 3-0 foe, putting her own needs in front of your own children. So sad. I feel for the children.
Well, guess what? Their dad only made $35,000 a year with a family of 5. And guess what? This guy was so controlling and insecure, he wouldn't let me work. So you do the math. I needed to leave in order to make a better life for my children, and I picked doing work that allowed me to be home safely raising my own kids, and I'm a sexy soul, so I'm very comfortable doing these things, and I would have been doing it anyway for free, so might as well get my bills paid.
Doing what for free? Hold on.
I would be going on dates or having sex with people or having conversations with people.
Wait, while you were married?
Well, I had my first marriage where we had agreed to monogamy. We were Christians and we had the whole typical setup. So I never would have done that in my marriage.
You've been married multiple times?
And then my second time I tried it again and we did a non-traditional thing. So I didn't do it legally. I never agreed to monogamy. We had an open relationship.
So you got married in a church?
The first time, not in the church.
But you said you were married a second time. So
the second time we had our own ceremony and we did it our own way. It was non-traditional because I wasn't going to agree to any of that anymore. It just didn't fit me.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 3 children. I had them with my husband, my first husband. They all have the same dad.
You said he was making $35K?
$35,000
What was he doing
a year
for work?
He's like a grunt at a law firm. Does plumbing.
Paralegal?
No, he does plumbing. He's like their He does electrical.
He was a plumber at a law firm?
He's just a jack of all trade that was like
a handyman?
Yeah, kind of like a handyman. He would do some IT stuff for them. Like, he's a very smart jack of all trades guy, but his level of worthiness was so low that he was never working himself up in life. I even went and worked at Cal Baptist full time, even though I didn't want to, so that he could go to college for free. And
instead of wouldn't let you work.
Huh?
I thought you said he wouldn't let you work.
He wouldn't. I disobeyed, you could say. I disobeyed and got this job because I was like, look, you can go to college for free. I'll be a secretary. I moved my mom out from Colorado to watch the kids. So I was supporting my own mother because she needed a job anyway. And I was trying to provide a way for this man to get a college education so he could provide better for him. I literally did everything I could.
Yeah, so technically it wasn't that controlling if you were able to do that.
Well, no, he was so mean to me because I got the job. I only lasted 3 months because the marriage got so difficult because I had disobeyed and he wasn't okay with it. So I had to leave the job, and then we're back to being broke.
Pull that back up.
Let's back up a little bit if you don't mind.
Keep it for a second.
Yeah.
Hide it for a second.
How exactly did you disobey when you're flying your mom out and all of this? He must have consented to at least some of that. He had to have, right? You can't just... You didn't get on the phone with your mom at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
My mom was homeless.
We're going to sneak you out here into the house without him knowing. You didn't do that, right?
No, my mom was basically homeless. So she was just basically couch surfing around in Arizona, and I didn't fly her out. I had her drive out, and I asked her, can you watch the kids? I will rent you a room in another lady's house. And I set everything up in order. It was like me killing 2 birds with 1 stone for my family. So I saw it as, here's an opportunity for me to make sure my mom is safe. Her job is going to be to watch my children, which I felt okay with. It's their grandma. And I'm going to go be a secretary at the university where I got my master's degree at in order to bring in some extra money to basically pay for my mom's life and to allow my husband, who is obviously stuck in his financial development, it will allow him to go to college for free because that was the program. You could either go to college for free or your spouse, if they hadn't had a degree yet, could go for free. I already had a master's degree by this time.
And he didn't agree to any of this?
It's one of those things where you know what wives do. We're like, come on. He went along with it, not very happy about it, but it made logical sense.
To it.
It made logical sense.
So I don't understand. So this is what I don't understand. It's like, You say he was super controlling, so controlling wouldn't even let you work. And then we find out.
Well, it was very covert. It was
hang on, let me finish. Hang on, I just let you go. Let me at least ask the question.
Sure.
But then we find out. Well, wait a second. No, that's not really what happened. What actually happened was your mom, who's homeless, he moved into his house, right?
No. We didn't move her into the house. I rented her a room with another single lady. She didn't live. We had a little tiny apartment. We had no money. We had a 2-bedroom apartment with.
Wait. You just said that part of the reasons you went to work is so that you could support your mom.
So I could kill 2 birds with basically making sure that my mom's basic needs were met, of having housing, being safe, and I could have this job that offered me this perk of letting this man get a degree for free at a private university. That would have cost us $50,000. So I was trying to create an opportunity that he couldn't say no to, is what you could say. And at the end of the day, he went along with it because it made logical sense, but he wasn't okay with it. So he made my life kind of hell.
I don't understand the conflict here. So
because you don't understand, you obviously don't understand the dynamics in these super religious structures of a relationship.
So that's why I'm asking. The problem is like, let's try to have this as a conversation, so I can ask at least some questions before you cut in mid-sentence. Otherwise, I can't even ask. So just kind of backing up, what I don't understand here is mom moves in, right?
She doesn't
you get
move
a job.
in. Mom doesn't move in. She moves in with another lady that I agreed to pay $500 a month for her to live there, to rent a room. She's not living in our apartment.
So this wasn't one of those situations where your husband was like, well, if you're going to do that, you need to financially support her?
I'm sure he probably said something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
That does sound logical to me. So it sounds logical to me if he was
we could get him on the phone.
Well, look, that's your mom, and if she's homeless, maybe she's, maybe he thinks that she's a screw up or something like that.
Well, to be honest, I sold it to the man more like, here's your ticket to get a college degree finally. The mom thing was kind of just, that's how the kids will get taken care of. It was neither here nor there, to be honest. It was more about, I'm creating an opportunity for this man to get educated in order to move our family up the financial ladder, even if it took 4 or 5 years for him to get it to bed.
5 seconds. Finish your point, please, and then Andrew can respond.
Okay, so just real quick, what if he didn't want to? What if he didn't want to go to college?
Well, obviously, at the end of the day, he didn't.
Wait, stop. Look, Andrew lets you speak. You got to let him finish his sentence before you respond. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. Just, and the thing is that's the most productive way for us to converse. By the way, I want to hear what you have to say, but I need you to hear what I'm saying as well. Otherwise, we're just going to come to bad conclusions. So, if husband says, "Well, I don't want to go to college. That's not my thing. Maybe I want to do a blue collar thing or work myself up, from the bottom of a job or something like this." You say, well, but I want to create this opportunity for you. But how are you creating an opportunity for somebody if they don't want to do that thing? Isn't that actually you who's the one who's being pushy?
Yeah.
You being the one who's being controlling. Wouldn't that be the opposite of him being controlling?
Yes, you're right. And so that is the toxic part of our relationship that I learned. I picked the wrong guy, and he was not the man that I ultimately wanted to partner with or raise children with, because he didn't have that tenacity or that work ethic or that drive. And so, yes, it was very toxic of me, and I understand why, our relationship, we stayed together basically because we were Christians and we didn't believe in divorce.
Andrew, your response, and then I got to move things on.
Yeah, no problem. Just quick last response. Who wanted the divorce?
It was me. I left.
Yeah. Okay. So you were controlling, and it became toxic, and then you.
Well, he was controlling as well. We like attracts like. So we were 2 peas in a pod, just on the different end of the spectrum.
Exactly.
I don't believe that like attracts like.
It does.